Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for our next match in the middle division. They can go. Yeah, just tell them to go ahead and go. We're up and live. We are here for the middle division match with. Let me get you over here to this screen. With Jason Hoeffner and Andrew Elliot.
Andrew Elliot is coming out of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And Jason Hoeffner actually is, him and I go back quite a ways. He's from Manitowoc, used to play in Sheboygan all the time. And he quit pool for quite some time, sold all of his equipment.
The guy that's up there now?
Nope.
No. Well, yeah, but Andrew, I thought you said Andrew was from Michigan.
Andrew is from Michigan. Jason, his opponent, is from Two River, or Manitowoc, that area.
Okay.
Used to play a lot. Sold, like I said, sold all of his equipment, said I don't want to play pool ever again. I think we've kind of all been there at one point or time.
I think Kenny Kolonowski's been there probably 10 times.
50 times or so. So, anyway, and John Fields. John Fields quits every week.
Yeah, he's been there too, yeah.
Sure. But anyway, Jason came up to me right before the match. He's like, hey, I really love what you guys did for Pete Hurd. And we'll get into that in just a second. If you were not here for that, it was really cool. But it was especially moving for Jason because a little bit less than a year ago, he was telling me he had a massive heart attack.
Did he really?
He's in his early 40s. And, that's a heck of a start. Holy cow.
Yeah. What's he going to do with that 8-ball, though?
That's because now he's got the angle away from it. This is going to be tough. So, had a massive heart attack as well, and he's just really glad to be here today. So,
well, yeah, it's very fortunate when you have a massive heart attack, just like Darren Appleton had a massive heart attack. And, people that were close to him as GoFundMe, some people were saying, Tyler had messaged me and told me that he was without a heartbeat for 45 minutes.
Which is a really, really long time.
And then I had heard it was 20 minutes. Well, then someone said on his GoFundMe page that there was somebody that was with him. There was someone there with him, and they said, yes, it was 45 minutes that he was without a heartbeat. And I'm like, wow, that's tough. I mean,
so lucky to be alive.
I have a very good friend that's a traveling nurse that saw the post, and he's like, yeah, your buddy's probably not going to come out of it. And then all of a sudden, I said when he came out, he's like, wow. He's just like, because every minute that you're without a heartbeat, that's 10% chance is taken off 100% to survive. So
this cue ball has got scratch written all. I
sure did.
Yeah, there is no getting. Even if you make the 8-ball, that cue ball is destined for that corner pocket, no matter what.
Well, he undercut it, and he almost would have been better to just maybe carry him off that 10-ball.
Nah, even if he would have carried him off there, I think that thing was going towards the
chalk. Up on the desk. He's looking for a piece of chalk. Oh, there's one on the table.
Or you can use that one.
Yeah. Thank you again for the Mountain Dew. I needed some energy here.
Yeah, me too. You are welcome.
We need to maybe go to Starbucks or McDonald's and get a coffee. There's got to be a Starbucks pretty close to here, isn't it?
I don't think I've been to a Starbucks in Oshkosh.
No?
So I'm not sure.
Hold on.
I wish I would have had time to get one this morning because that would have been really useful.
Yes. Nick Heiser sent me a message saying, when you guys when you guys back online? ? YouTube shows you're live, but I don't see anything.
When you guys back online?
We have,
and he does public speaking engagements,
right?
Are you serious?
Several times today.
Aye. So, if you were here for the very beginning of this match and you watched a couple of our commercials from some of our sponsors, you got to see very first and foremost, Viking Q's, which is rebranding themselves and trying to generate a much bigger market. So they are trying to keep up with Predator and all the other leaders in the industry, if you will. So we are very thankful to have them on the very middle of our table. Along with that, Dumper Dan, which is Dan Welch out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Very close, super friend of mine, played leagues together for probably 20 years in Sheboygan. The best charter fisher, my opinion, of course, the best charter fisherman on all of Lake Michigan other than myself and my dad. And if he doesn't like that, I don't care. Who else we got? Varsity Club, of course. Mr. Jeremy West, former owner of the Varsity Club, is going to be stopping by at some point today to grace us with his wonderful presence and maybe get him in the booth to do a little commentary. He is back in the playing mode of pool again. And, of course, our tournament director, the man who put this all together.
Man.
Dean Dr. Poole Raisler. Our generous host. I think that rounds out our sponsors.
I think so.
No.
What?
One of the most important, and I'm sure he's probably going to let me know about it if I don't mention him, Mr. John Kramer, Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. Yep. The very first and original statewide Hall of Fame for billiards, and he has actually been contacted by was it Arizona?
Yep, they created one.
Yeah, a couple of other states that are modeling after what John Kramer did, which is really cool. So if you ever at any point in time want to see where a tournament is happening in Wisconsin, and even sometimes out of Wisconsin, go to Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. Even more importantly, if you live in the state of Wisconsin and you play pool, you really should be a member of Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. There's a lot of perks that go along with it. You get to go to the banquet every year, and you get to play in the invitation-only, for members only, Hall of Fame tournament, which is a lot of fun.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
So, huge thank you to all of our sponsors, and we've got a whole bunch more that we're speaking with.
Yes. A lot of good announcements coming up here very, very soon.
Oh, and one of the important things...
Ooh, there's a sideball.
Yeah,
special.
That did not go very well there.
Yeah, I'll give you that ugly view there. Wow.
Ew.
Okay, we are in for a long rack here, folks.
Ew. Look at our very first comment section. Unfortunately, I have to put it on the screen.
What's up, Nick? So you finally found us, I see.
Yeah.
How could you... Did you not have your notifications on? Because if you had your notifications on, you would have gotten a message every single time.
Well, he was probably in the middle of one of his many speaking engagements, with the Lions Club and everything, because I heard, they do... Now, they contact him for doing speaking engagements for is it the Lions or the Lioness Club? I think it's the Lioness, because for the wives, he teaches diaper changing and alphabet soup,
breastfeeding,
how to properly use a pump, stuff like that. So, congratulations, Nick. You're a man of many colors. So glad to have you aboard. Sorry.
So,
Furball.
hey. I messaged him why he wasn't playing the Turning Stone Classic.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why would you ever have a tournament like
I
that?
have no idea.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That's like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not quite sure what Andrew was trying to accomplish with that shot, because that 8 ball is a mess. That 12 ball is a mess. The 14 ball, is that the 14 or 15? Yeah, 14 ball is a mess. The 15 ball is the only ball that's really, or is that the 11 ball up there?
11.
So yeah, 11 ball.
Yeah, the only thing he can do right now is make the 14 and try to get between the 12 and the 2 and hopefully get a shot. But then, even then, if he gets a shot on the 11, what are you going to do with the 8?
The 8, yeah.
I mean, you're in dire doo-doo here.
He almost, honestly, the last shot prior, which I didn't take a look at, but I should have, I didn't know if he could come off the 3 ball. If he could hit that 3 ball directly and hit it hard, he would actually clear the 3 out, the 1 out, and even possibly kick the 8 up table a little bit, and that way it'll clear the pocket for the 10 and the 8. But I didn't see the shot before, so I don't want to speculate.
I don't think he's too unhappy about missing that 14 ball right now. Because Jason's going to have to kind of do the same thing. He's going to have to pick apart some. The 5 and the 6 are in trouble. The 2 is in trouble.
Oh, matter of fact, keep them entertained, because I'm actually going to go onto the website and pull that logo off from Dean. So it's all on you for now.
I can do that. Nick Heiser says the Lioness is not a club anymore. You probably single-handedly shut it down. GM Michaels. We need more of this type of commentary on nationally broadcast TV. No, you don't. But thank you. Actually, so when Brian and I used to commentate for a different stream, it started out where, and honestly, we hardly even knew each other. But the banter that we had back and forth, and I guess kind of the chemistry that we have when we're commentating, because we honestly hate each other.
Yeah.
So it just makes it easier, for us to rip each other apart, and it's one of both of our favorite things to do. So it just makes it easy. So much appreciated, and this, we've had so much fun doing it for the other stream. Things happened, and we're on our own, and we could not be happier doing what we're doing, because we do it for the love of pool, and our whole entire goal is to grow the game. That's it, period.
Yes.
We know at a time we're not going to make money at this. A couple bucks here and there, if at all. But we have so much fun that we're doing. We're not going to retire being commentators. Well, we might. I don't know. But anyway. Thank you for the compliments, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Jerry Moser in the house.
Jim.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
What's up, Jerry? Thanks for joining us today.
And
appreciate it.
Yeah, much appreciated. Great job, guys. Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thank you, sir.
Fred Renner. Good afternoon, my friend.
House.
The best. Okay, first of all, Fred has salsa and what does he call it? The asparagus, the ditch
pickled.
No.
Oh.
It's ditch. The best ditchweed.
Ditchweed.
That's
yeah.
it. Best ditchweed south of the border. Well, I have some of the labels at home, so every year he asks, if I want a couple of jars of asparagus. I always get the bread and butter pickles from Fred, and then a couple of jars of his. It's kind of like a cowboy salsa because it's got corn in it, and it's just freaking delicious.
That was a very good safety shot.
I could not agree more.
So let me ask you a question because I have the logo up. Is the bars, is that supposed to be replaced, or does that stay up there, or what did Dean talk to you?
Yeah, you can keep it up there.
Okay.
So, no. Yeah, replace it.
Which is it?
Replace it.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so we're going to do this one here first to see how that looks.
All right, we're going airborne. Made it over the one, but did not get a good hit on his... He almost actually pocketed the 8 in the side, which would have been a loss.
What do you think about... actually, you know what I'm going to do?
Horrible.
Do this. Sorry, we're trying to rework some.
We're getting our title sponsor. We've talked about them a real little bit earlier yesterday, but we've been trying to get. They have a brand new logo that they just got. I don't even know how long ago. So we've been waiting to get that logo from Dean, and Brian's setting that up right now. Oh, you're a very funny man, as always, Nick Heiser. I would jump here. Dale would try to jump and give him ball in hand. As I've said on numerous occasions, any single time that you would like a jump competition, I'll be more than happy to oblige, buddy.
What do you think about, because every time the comments come through, they cover up. Should we move his...
Oh, Jason.
Should we move his down here?
Jason. Pulling up out of your shot there, buddy.
We'll just leave it up there.
What? Why is he calling me?
Who? I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right, so we've got the Discover Oshkosh as one of the Dean's primary sponsors here. They actually add quite a bit of money into this tournament for Dean. So
yep,
they play a big role in this tournament. Even though they're kind of silent, they just like the whole Discover Oshkosh. Come here to Oshkosh and discover what they got.
There's a lot to do in this city. I mean, boating is a big thing. Obviously, it's right on Lake Winnebago, but it's also connected to Lake Butamore, Lake Poygan. Is it Fox River? Yeah, it's got to be at some point. It's got to connect to the Fox River. So miles and miles and miles and miles. We take our boat out on. Yeah, there's a lot to do around the Oshkosh area. All right, this is going to give Andrew Elliott a 2-0 lead as soon as he pockets this 8-ball in the side pocket. And I'll be honest with you, Jason has given away both of these games so far. He had a golden opportunity.
Yes, he did. Both of them.
And too many body gyrations on that 6-ball, which led to another loss. Yes, ma'am, Elaine, this is the middle division. If you get an opportunity, go on over to the CompuSport app, and this is Oshkosh Open number 3, or actually Roman numeral 3. Search for that, and you can find all the brackets. 10-ball singles are all wrapped up. Lower and upper division. Upper division.
No, upper's not.
Upper's going to be played either this afternoon or tomorrow, according to Dean, because both participants are in the singles 8-ball as well. And I think both participants are also in the team event. So, we don't know when that'll happen.
Not as of yet, but I'm sure we will have them on the stream channel for you fine folks to watch the championship match. But if we don't, we don't. You know, it's all up to the Dean and where they need to place them and where it fits in the schedule. So we shall find out. So the upper 8-ball starts at 1, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So it should be...
I think we're going to be having an upper 8-ball next match.
You know, and here's the thing is, you know, honestly, I think this tournament has actually grown now just in the last, the day or two.
It has.
It wasn't, he had quite a few entries, but I think in the last couple days he had so many extra entries. Now he's, I think, wishing that he would have brought in another table, a few tables.
Well, I was talking with Dean in between this match and the last match. So it started out last week. There was 186, if I remember correctly. Yesterday it was at 212, and they gained a whole bunch more. There was a ton of walk-ins yesterday, and even more walk-ins today for the 8-ball. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
because it's getting pretty packed in here.
yeah. I think, this is singles. So,
Yeah.
I think that's all due to our posts on Facebook. We'll take the credit for it and then charge Dean.
Yeah, accordingly. Absolutely.
All right, that is
right. Well,
a miss from each one of the gentlemen. Andrew broke dry in rack 3 here, and Jason missed his first shot, and so did Andrew. Back to Jason.
This is going to give Jason an opportunity here to get one on the board. Obviously, the first one and the last one are the hardest ones to win. But when you do, the pressure is taken off a little. It's more the first game because pressure is more intense just to get that first game under your belt. But once you get that first game, then it all relaxes until you get to that final game and you're on the hill. Then the pressure comes back again.
I got to lean back a little bit more here.
That's what I just did. Yes. It's nice that the kids. Yeah, we can just do this.
Well, I'd like to have.
Here we go.
So if you go to the poker tournaments, or if you say you go to the Bellagio and you're playing in the cash game or whatever, holy skunk!
You smell it more?
Holy Jesus! Oh, I'm getting stoned over here. I wonder if it's coming in from the ventilation system.
Yeah. Do you think that 9 goes in the side?
Pump it in there. No.
I don't think so.
No way.
No.
Not a chance.
You have to either bank it or break it out.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I don't like this shot right here because he could use that ball to go into the 9 to clear that out, but what you want to clear that 12 ball out.
Yeah, this is even worse.
Yeah, see, no, this is not good.
Well, does the 15 pass the 3? Yeah, I think it does.
It must, the way he's... Well, no, he's going... Nope. So he's going to cut this one in. Oh, oh, wow, he banked it. Nice shot. But what did that get you?
You're painting yourself into a corner.
Holy cow, I can smell that now. Holy Jesus.
It's really strong.
Woo-hoo. We're going to start laughing here soon. Woo! Flying now, folks.
Damn.
Wow.
What the?
Is there someone smoking me? Holy hell!
There's nothing behind us.
Wow.
This is the best tournament ever.
It's going to be.
I tell you what, I had a headache. It's gone.
It's coming from over here. I think it's Cap. Cap over here. Oh, tear him off that 6 to scratch. Oh. His only saving grace is I don't think that 2-ball. That 2-ball's still stuck.
Ed Kirch. Hello, good sir.
Hey, Ed, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us today. Again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in here to Outer Point Streaming. Please, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, click that little bell button. You'll get a notification whenever we go live. And please smash up that like button for us. Ew. Well, he got his 9 out of there for him.
I don't know if he can make this 7. On the screen, it looks pretty tough, but I'm looking at the table. Yeah, he must not be able to.
He can't see the 7.
He's shooting at the 1 now. Oh, that's a fortunate little push over there. Still, now Andrew's painting himself into a corner.
Yeah, that 2-7 combo looks like it's pretty lined up. That's probably what he's going for now.
Jesus. Take a deeper breath here. I'm going to go blow my nose somewhere so I got a little cleaner air path. So if we start talking more stupid than what we normally do, everybody knows why.
You know it took effect. That was very well played. Didn't move the 2-ball out of there. He was able to get on the 2-ball right away now.
Yes, Ed, thank you very much. We are doing extremely well. We are very happy to be here in Oshkosh. Doing actually our first Outer Point Streaming mobile. our mobile booth A and our first mobile
Ooh, I
tournament.
don't think you got far enough.
We've got a ton of challenge matches that are coming up. Our revamped divisions.
Maybe he did. Outer points got
outer
him.
points, both outer points at the same time, which, I mean, motorboating has never been a disappointment except when you're playing pool.
Except when you're playing pool.
Right. Nick Heiser, there is no way security lets you through the Bellagio, Dale. Nice try, little boy. Elaine, stop the pot. Love it.
You know, we should do a new hashtag. Stop the pot.
Stop the pot. No, why would
Stop
you do
the pot at pool.
At
Hashtag.
church, always easy from my couch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're in the same position there, buddy.
It's always easy from our lounging chairs here.
I'm telling you, these chairs are dynamite. I'm gonna go up and give Dean the biggest freaking kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Sure, he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
That might not make it.
No,
to the
he got it.
Oh.
He got it. There was no question.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's in perfect position. All he needs is a roll forward, play this shot, roll forward just a little bit, stop shot, 8-ball. Don't do anything tricky. Don't try to get too perfect because there you go. Roll forward, absolutely perfect. Stop shot.
Just stop it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a valley. You can make this cut from anywhere. Don't get cute and try to draw it too hard and then end up behind the 6. Because then you're just going to snap your stick in half. That's good.
Perfect, just like that.
Don't hit it tue hard where the cue ball bounces off the 3 and goes in the side now.
Yep. Pocket speed, just make this ball.
Keep your head down. Beautiful.
Or jump up on it. Still made it. All right, gets Jason on the board. 2-1.
So you got a camera crew there, buddy?
What's that?
I think he's got a GoPro.
Yeah, he's every table he's been on, he's been streaming it. Yeah,
it's a good way to improve your game. I mean, if you ever want, what I would suggest,
good way to have people make fun of you too.
Sure. I would actually suggest watching any other stream with commentary that talks about pool, because they're much better than Brian and I. Because honestly, we don't know crap.
No, we don't know diddly.
I know there's other streams so Brian was saying last night, I didn't realize that we started out when we first started. Because there's so many other streams in Wisconsin. We were number 7 out of 4 in the state of Wisconsin, that's a pretty impressive start.
It is,
because not a lot of people can accomplish that. And we've worked ourselves. We're 4 of 4.
We're 4
right?
of 4 now.
4 of 4. So we're gaining. We're gaining on the competition, but I know there's a couple other ones that are professional instructors.
Yes, way beyond our years.
Yeah, that have taught professional players on, like the stop stroke and stuff like that.
Another dry break. It's tough on these tables.
It's got to be coming from that vent up there. There's somebody hiding up in the balcony somewhere, just right next to.
They're pumping it in.
I wonder if they do that here at the hotel.
Tell you, I'm feeling really fruity right now.
Yeah, more than usual.
Yeah, a little bit more than usual.
Fruity. Wow.
Fruity.
That's really not a word or 2 words that I would.
Fruity is one word. Yeah, the pot is getting to him, folks.
Working.
It's working.
Elaine, you were 7 out of 4. How? 4 out of 7 makes sense.
No.
Come on, Elaine. Get with. Have you never listened to us before? Holy crap! You serious?
Elaine. Oh, you've watched us much more than that. You should know better.
This is one of the best comments of the day so far. Bill, the triple mass A stop stroke, and I'd like to show all of our viewers what that looks like.
Here he goes. Make sure on the squiggly. Yep.
So here, this is the triple Massey stop stroke. 1, 2, 3, and then you have to stop.
So 1, 2, 3, and then you stop
And
right
then
there.
and you stop it right there. It's the most incredible. It's the most useful pool stroke in. There's nothing better.
And I know where you can learn it. So if you want to learn that stroke and that shot, PM me and I'll let you know where you can go figure that out and learn about it.
Go. Elaine, now your words are multiplying. And of course, Bill, even better. When you get the munchies, you know you are there. I think I'm hungry for a pizza.
Oh, God.
And it's the worst pizza I've ever had. It's. I'm not exaggerating.
Good thing
either.
you brought that up. If anybody that's ever out there, you see Dale at a tournament, if he ever recommends food to you, don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Holy overcut.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had a shot at the one. Even if he would have made it, there's no bank. He ain't cutting it in the side. So.
Oh, I see. What about the triple Massey stop shot or stop stroke?
Well,
it's in there.
There is
It's right there. It's,
There's a triple bank stop stroke that I haven't been able to perfect yet, but Elaine, wobble ball. Bill's still trying to perfect that. We all are. You know, honestly, Bill, if you went up to the Fox Valley and took a lesson, within a couple of hours, you'd have that thing down, guaranteed, down pat.
I don't like this shot. Take the 13 ball. 13 ball. Get a good angle on the 12.
I really like leaving that 9 for the last
Yes, leave the
ball.
9. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't like this.
So he's trying to get an angle on. Got the angle on 13.5. But here's the thing: is I would have rather taken that ball first. Come back, get on the 10 ball, then get an angle on the 14 so you can break these balls up down here.
Yeah, the 10 and the 15 are the.
You got to break those up.
Oh, he might have it right now. If he can get a good draw stroke, he can draw right into it and kind of give him a little push. Just don't
that's
get
all you
stuck
need.
on
Just
the 10.
a little nudge on them, just to separate them. Well, you want it a little bit more than a nudge because if you just separate them a little, you're not going to be able to make that 15 ball. So give it a good stroke if you make it. If not, you can still get on the 12 ball to get yourself an angle on the 14 to run into those two. But you never want to leave those for the last. That's the problem. So he could actually. Here's the thing. He could do that right now. Take the 12, get yourself an angle on the 14 to run into those because then you have the 15 ball as an out ball or 11 balls an out ball.
11's a safety. Yep. Yeah, he's drawing.
Yeah. Well, he drew to a spot for the 12. Now, find that spot, the right angle you need to bust into those balls.
All right. Bill, I hate to tell you, buddy, but we just had somebody that one-upped your comment of the day. We've had several, but this has come... So Russ Castro and I, we're all kind of in the same business. Russ Castro Castro is up in Green Bay, does construction, whatever. His wife Arlie, we're all friends on Facebook. This is her comment. I gotta say, I have never been so entertained by pool commentary. You guys are great. Call it as it is.
Stop.
Thank you very much, Arlie.
Thanks,
Your
Arlie.
comments are greatly appreciated, and I hope to God that Uncle Steve is doing much better. I just talked to him again. I talk to Holly just about all the time.
Does that combo go?
I don't think I'd play.
Oh,
it.
no, he's playing to the side. He's playing off
What?
the...
No, don't do
just
that.
Just play it safe.
Yes,
Perfect safe right
just
here.
play it safe.
He's going...
He is.
Oh,
okay.
he is.
I think he left them out. Well,
no, he
he's
left
got-
the one available,
Yeah.
but it's not a shot.
no. And he has to hit it so hard he's not going to get shape on the 6 even if he sees it.
Well, I mean, I'm actually looking down. He can actually.
He can make it.
I think he can, and he's not going to scratch. He's going to have to hit it hard though to come back across.
Yeah, you're not
going
to be able to hold it for the 6.
No. Well, no, not making that shot. He's going to have to come back across the table twice.
All right, I'm going to tell the story about this. So Arlie just sent a reply. Steve is doing good. He is walking. He is a walking miracle.
Wow.
She is referring to Steve Matoxin, who worked for P-Shower cues since 1988. He designed a lot of cues for Allison Fisher. And as a matter of fact, Brian and I were up at the WPBA finals up in Rothschild's 3 weeks ago, and I had Allison Fisher. She made a video for Steve because on November 6th, Steve was diagnosed with bone leukemia. And I apologize, Arlie, if I'm not getting all of this correct, but I've been up to the hospital a couple of times to see him, and he was undergoing chemotherapy treatments, and he had a bloody nose. So he went into the hospital, and they found out that he had a brain bleed, which is pretty serious. And nobody in their right mind thought that he was ever coming out of that hospital. So they kept him there for, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and
very well played.
They changed his chemotherapy. He's under, it's not an experimental drug. It is, they just changed it. They changed his treatment, and now he is out of the hospital. He's back at home, and he was actually up at the Mad Apple cheering on Holly DeVillers at, so Steve normally plays out of, well, he plays in Green Bay, but played at Mad Apple a lot. We played leagues together. So he went up last Sunday to cheer on Holly for the Queen of the Hill. So it's, I'm telling you, it is just awesome to hear that. He is a walking miracle, and so glad to have him up and around again.
Those are the heartwarming stories that you hear about. They're just like, good guys. Good guys a lot of times finish last, but sometimes the good guys come out on top. So that's good to hear.
And Steve's such a, and Arlie will attest to it, Steve is such a good man. So
they're not updating the scores here. So apparently,
they probably aren't even using the app.
No, Andrew put his games in, but I'm assuming Jason is not. So he's not putting Jason's
He's not putting Jason's wins.
So I'm assuming.
Hey, what's up, Preston?
Preston
Ojeski in the house. Welcome back. And I like what he just said there. And if you don't believe it, well, that's to each his own. But God is good.
Yes, sir. Wow, this could be a quick rack here. If he plays this right, I like 5-1. Get on the 7.
Oh,
just like that.
So I'm gonna I'll explain this real briefly. This is what Arlie just said. The video that we got, I'll tell you. When Steve seen Allison Fisher, so I took the video and I put it on my iPad, and then I took it up to the hospital for Steve to see. And I actually called Brian after I left the hospital. I was still in tears myself, because that meant more to Steve than anything at all. It was the happy tears that came out of his face were just, there's nothing that can replace that moment. Nothing.
Oh, what was that?
Why
didn't he just draw out of that?
Does that still go past the 14 though?
No. Oh, I don't know.
I think it does. I think he can still get this.
Wow. I'm really shocked that he. He could.
Yeah, he still had it.
Well, he got very fortunate.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have done it that way. Just draw out of that, come straight back, ran into the 8 maybe, but you still had a shot.
Yeah, that little rub on the 14 could have been costly, but he got away with it.
All right, so Andrew's on the hill, 3-2 with Jason breaking. That was our first dish in 8-ball today.
Elaine just said the same thing. My husband nearly died 3 years ago.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Elaine. Oh.
Wow, I did not know that either.
Well, he's doing great
last
today.
surgery of 5 happened just 3 weeks before New York shut down everything due to COVID.
Wow.
He's doing great today.
That's awesome. Good to hear that.
Preston, hey pals, good to be back. Glad to have you back.
Preston, are you still farming yet, or are you done now? You concentrating on pool? Because we got to
concentrated on being a dad.
We got to get you and Justin and the other guy you guys talking about to come down and challenge Jeff Potts, Kurt Elliott, and Chris Bondi down at
the winners of the first or our inaugural
3-man.
Yeah, that was our grand opening.
The one that Pete Hurd played in that had a 7-ball break on an 8-ball rack.
And if you want to see, actually, Dr. Dave, is it Dr. Dave?
Yeah, it is, but he got hacked, so I don't know if it's still out there. I don't know if it's back out there. He got hacked, but Elaine, yes, you are lucky, and that's good to hear. I'm glad everything turned out well for your husband. That's awesome.
Give our best to your husband from Outer Points.
Yes, sir.
So if you're just joining us, everybody, thank you so much for being here. We are Outer Point Streaming, and we are live at the third annual Oshkosh Open. You can see many of our sponsors on the screen. Discover Oshkosh, of course, John Kramer, Wib Hoff, Dumper Dan's, White Carbon, Dr. Poole, obviously, is the host of this tournament, tournament director. I am Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and next to me in the booth is my good friend Brian Hollenbeck, and we're going to be here all the rest of the day today and tomorrow and until we wrap it up on Sunday.
And Dale forgot one of our major sponsors for the event for Outer Point Stream with 3-2. 3-2. Viking, which is the logo that's on our table, our feature table here. Viking was very gracious. Nick Kroll, who is the CEO of Viking, just bought the company a couple of years ago. They are going through a rebranding process that they understand and know that Viking didn't have a huge, marketing budget to get into player sponsorships and get into the realm of state tournaments and professional pool events and things like that. And they want to change that image because they've got the product for it. I'm going to tell you right now. We went through and looked at their facility. They have the product for it, folks. I know Viking hasn't had a big name out there, so it's not as recognizable as some others like Jacoby and Predator and McDermott and things like that. But I tell you what, we're going through and seeing how they make their cues with their finger. They're the only company that does finger joints. And we hit a couple of their cues. It's all about marketing and branding, and they're going to work hard at getting a better name out there and sponsoring more players. And I tell you what, they can do it because they've got the product. So
yeah, and their purchase of White Carbon, so they have their own carbon fiber shaft, of course, the Siege.
The Siege, yep.
Which we have one of those here. And then their purchase of White Carbon. We're going to do our best, if at all possible, to blow them through the roof. You know, anything that we can help, because it's a freaking awesome carbon fiber shaft.
Yeah,
solid.
White Carbon is and Siege. I actually hit their Siege carbon fiber, and it's solid, really solid. Good. I didn't get it. We were going through the plant, so I only hit it on our practice table a couple times. But it's one of those things that when you hit with a cue, you just feel it or you don't feel it. And I am not blowing smoke up anybody's rear end right now just because Viking gives. I'm telling you, it felt good. It was a very solid hit. I'll be the first to say, yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't my feel. And because that's the most important to pool players, is it's all about the feel and how you like it. And I'm telling you what, it hit solid. It may not be for other people, but I'm telling you, you got to at least try it. Very solid hit. So it looks like he's going to the... So a 9 must not clear past the 5 or the 13.
Preston says, it is pool season, pal. Yeah, me, JL, and Tim Ringer need to get down there. So they want to set something up in late January.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
We'll chit-chat after Oshkosh Open. So, Preston, if you got an opportunity, just go to Outer Points on Facebook and go to, or the challenge matches, sorry.
Yeah, the grudge matches.
Grudge matches, not challenge
Group.
matches. Grudge matches Facebook page and send us a note there.
So, ESM News, Elaine says he watches these games too.
Yeah, her husband.
That's awesome.
Cool. I hope he's got it on mute. Nick Heiser, it was the most insane break I've ever seen. Pete, there is not a bad thing that could be said about you. Thank you for being so nice to me and to all the pool players here in Wisconsin. You will be missed. Thank you very much for that, Nick. Yeah, and if everybody was here earlier at noon, we had a moment of silence for Pete because actually his funeral just wrapped up about 45 minutes ago. It was from noon to 1 today down in Milwaukee.
And the burial was right after that. So the viewing and the funeral part was 12 to 1. And that's why we decided to have something at noon right away. And it worked out perfect because all the 8-ball matches were starting at noon. So they were able to go over all the announcements as far as rules and things like that. And then we were right away turned around and did a moment of silence for Pete. And I'll tell you what, like Dale was saying, he wished he could have videoed. We did videotape. You can actually go back and watch it.
We
went live
on YouTube.
But you could not hear anything in this room. Everybody, it was
so quiet in here.
Yeah, nothing was in here.
You could have literally heard a mouse fart in the parking lot.
Nice combo. I don't think he got to leave on that.
I think he can make the 9.
Think so?
All the way down if he has to.
Yeah, he could run into the 5 as a stopper. He's just got to be careful where that 5 goes then. So Elaine says, do they have any videos about... Well, I don't know if you saw the beginning of our stream. Every beginning of our stream, we actually run a commercial for Viking on it. It does show a little bit about their process, but you can actually just maybe go on YouTube and search
There's actually a couple of them.
Viking cues. And, I know Dale has looked up a couple of them, so they do have some on YouTube. Go video showing the steps in production.
Harlan Schmidtke, good afternoon, young man. Are we doing raffles today? So, actually, I'll let Brian explain that.
Yes, Harlan, we are going to. Now, we were going to start selling tickets for the Q, as well as the white carbon shafts. But we did get a visit from Dean yesterday. Because Jacoby is such a large sponsor of this event, they have somebody here that's actually selling Qs or
raffling.
Selling raffle tickets for a Q that they always do at every event. So we have to wait until they actually leave. Because he came up to us and said, hey, Jacoby's going to be selling a Q. I can't have you guys selling tickets for the Qs and the shafts here because they're selling theirs right now and they're a huge sponsor, which we understand, totally understand. But then he came back up to us and said, hey, I tell you what, they're leaving tomorrow at around 9 o'clock. You can start selling them after that. But he did say that we could actually sell some online as the viewers are watching. So, yes, if you're interested in purchasing some raffle tickets for either the Viking Q, which after this game, I will put a picture up of the Q as well as the white carbon shafts. We have 2 white carbon shafts. They're 12.5 millimeters. And you will get 3 interchangeable, because the wonderful thing about a white carbon is that they have a patent
pending.
Is it pending still? I thought
patent
they have
pending.
All right, so the patent pending interchangeable joint system. So you will get 3 joints that you can swap out with that. So it's a unilock, a 5/16, and a radial. So if you have any one of those pins, which are 95 to 98% of the Qs out there, you will be able to use that shaft on your Q. And you can just swap them out. Pretty easy to do. But we will. I'll put a picture of the Q as well as the shafts up here shortly. And if you're interested in purchasing some raffle tickets, I have a printed sheet here. If you say yes, hey, I want 10 tickets. I will put your name, your information down on a line, give you assign you a number, and then we will put that number on those tickets for you, put them in our hat, per se, and once we draw, then we'll probably go live for the draw, but we will then have your information, and if you win, we'll just call you and we'll figure out how to get it to you.
All right, this 7 and 8 ball for the win.
The win, yeah. Oh, well, that looks like it might be it.
This should be it.
So we're going to stay on board here, and I'm going to show you pictures of the cue, and there it is.
All right, that wraps it up. Andrew Elliott taking the victory over
4-2.
Jason Hoeffner. Thank you, everybody, very much. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so here is the cue.
I'm going to let you talk about this. I'm going to head over yonder.
Okay, so here is the cue. It's a beautiful cue, very beautiful cue. So it comes with the maple shaft, and we also got a Siege carbon fiber separate from this cue, but what we decided to do was we decided to package it with the actual cue itself. So this value right here is about $1,100-$1,200 value for the butt and the 2 shafts. So this is a great cue. So if anybody's interested in purchasing some tickets, if you just say, hey, I'd like to buy a couple tickets, so it's $20 for 1, $50 for 3, and $100 for 10. If you're interested in purchasing some tickets, just send us a message on the stream here, or if you private message myself or Dale, Brian Hollenbeck or Dale Lorenz on Facebook, send us a message and say, hey, we're interested in purchasing 1, 3, or 10 tickets. We'll get you in there, and I'll send you my PayPal information, just PayPal or Venmo, Cash App, whichever one you want, and we'll get you in the drawing. So we're going to actively pursue that later on this evening. Once Jacoby is done, then we're going to have somebody out there selling tickets here in the hall, as well as we're going to really then push it hard later. So, and here's the white carbon shaft raffle, 12.5. We got 2 shafts to give away. So this comes again with the 3 interchangeable pin sets, the radial, 5/16, and unilock, and those are the 2 pin sets. The unilock is in the shaft itself, and the radial and the 5/16 are the 2 pin sets that are on either side of the shaft. So again, if you're interested, please let us know, and we will get you all hooked up with some tickets. But for now, we're going to be signing out here until we get our next match assigned. So please, again, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for us. We certainly appreciate it. Smash up that like button on this video and all our videos, because it helps us get more suggested watches out there if we get more likes to our stream. So we certainly appreciate it. And we will be back here probably fairly shortly, hopefully within the next 10, 12 minutes. GM, yes. Yeah, Venmo would be great. My Venmo is at Brian-Hollenbeck-10. What I will do is I'm going to make up another informational sheet that'll have my information on it as far as PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. So if you want to PayPal me, if you want to Venmo me, again, at Brian-Hollenbeck-10. My image is an American flag with an eagle on top of it. So send that on over. I will check it, and I will get your tickets assigned to you and put them in our hat. But come on back later if you're interested to make sure, and we'll be back on shortly. Thanks again, everybody. See you soon. Peace out.